In previous episode, we talked about Scrum as a framework and why it's often misunderstood. We talk about how Scrum doesn't fix the teams, that it's going to help expose the problems early. And today I want to zoom in one of the roles in Scrum that usually is blamed when Scrum doesn't work, the Scrum Master.
I'm Greg Miścichowski, and this is the Uncover Leadership Podcast. For over 15 years, I've been leading teams, and my mission is simple: to share my experience so you can grow on your own leadership journey. Each episode, I'll bring you some practical tips, real-world insights, and lessons from my path to help guide yours. So listen in. Let's uncover leadership together.
Today we're going to talk about the Scrum Master, and for many people, Scrum Master is just a meeting organizer when they don't understand the role, and they think that it's just an additional person that's going to schedule the ceremonies in Scrum, will take notes, update Jira, and just remind the people about the roles. And if that's what the Scrum Master role will become in your organization, then you should understand that it's already broken. So let me clarify what the Scrum Master is not, right? It's not a note taker, it's not a project coordinator, and it's not a Scrum police. Scrum Master is a key leadership role in Scrum. And it's really difficult in a world where it's not understood correctly. Scrum Master need to get enough formal power and authority to help the teams succeed. So if you're going to put a Scrum Master as a Jira or any other tool that your company will using administrator, if you're going to use that role to just create status reports for leadership, or if you're going to create that Scrum police role that's going to enforce everyone to follow the rules, join the ceremonies of Scrum, then it's not going to work, right? Because it's not the meaning for that role to exist. The thing is, the tools that you're using, they will not build trust. They will not remove blockers, and they definitely will not change human behaviors. That's what people do. That's what the Scrum Master is supposed to do in your team. They should build trust so the team's going to be more efficient. They can work together. It's going to help them remove the roadblocks, and it's going to help them change their mindset, their behavior to be more agile. And that's when you're going to see that the quality, speed are growing in your teams. If you heard about the definition that Scrum Master, it's a role person that need to wear many hats, it's true, because Scrum Master quite often need to be a really good coach to help the teams and learn them the ways of Agile, learn them the framework. This is where it's kind of this policing come from, most known. He need to be able to wear the hat where he gonna create that psychological safety for the team, so they can open up in front of each other and they're gonna share where they struggle, where they are strong. They can discuss the issues that are the obstacles. He also need to be able to help the team inspect and adapt their own work. Honestly, otherwise you're not going to be able to improve anything if people are going to be dishonest. And at the end, he need to get a little bit of that PM role where he's going to stand in and he's going to help the teams remove the obstacles. So as a good Scrum Master, supposed to be doing all of that, but will he? That's a huge question. Is that person knowledgeable enough to do it? Or maybe it's the process and the procedures that the company that's blocking him from doing it. Maybe he is not empowered enough by his leaders to be able to do his job. So let's imagine that you have the organization that understands the Scrum a little better. Let's say the leadership, it's aware of it. Maybe it's a person that worked in Scrum before. They hire a Scrum Master and he gonna step in, he gonna work with the team. So you as a leader need to observe it as well, because if that Scrum Master is not necessarily suitable for the role, they might try to control the team instead of coaching them. If they have a lot of that waterfall expertise mindset, they might be just walking in as a project manager and he gonna distribute the tasks. It's not necessarily what we want to see if we want to be truly agile. So the Scrum Master should not come into the team and they say that, this is how we're going to work, right? Or this is how Scrum works. This is how you should do it. And that's the rule. Scrum Master is the facilitator of the discussions for the team and that the team is creating their own rules, how they're going to interact with each other. And then he's supposed to be building the relationship with product owner and the stakeholders and the team to help everyone collaborate and be able to discuss the products or the solutions that we're building. And that's when the success is going to come in. So the next scenario that I want you to imagine, it's the Scrum Master is hired. It's a good Scrum Master. He understands what's actually expected from the role, and you don't see the problems to be fixed. And usually it's not a problem with the Scrum Master, it's not a problem with the teams. It might be a problem with the company itself. Because when the right Scrum Master is gonna step in, he will be able, through his work, expose the problems at the company, like a weak collaboration, that the priorities are unclear, or the leadership decisions delayed the team, and that there is a blame culture all over the place. And it will become really visible really fast. So that's when you're gonna try to find why it's happening. And in a lot of cases, they're gonna point the fingers on the Scrum Master that it's his fault, he arrived, and that's where we see all of these things. But if you are strong enough or you are empowered enough to say, guys, that's not what's happening, right? That this is not what's happening. He actually exposed the problems that we all see, but no one is able to say them out loud. So from that place, if you are in a good place, in the place that want to understand, want to improve itself, it's only the work upwards, right? It's only a lot of possibilities where you and everyone else around you can fix the culture, can fix the problems, and help the teams be more successful. Because the weak Scrum Master, if you're going to get someone new, unexperienced, unempowered, they might see the problems, they might be aware of them, but because no one is talking about them, like, why are I going to do it? Why are they going to blame me? So he's going to hide the problems. He's going to just basically follow the culture. He's going to try to blame on either teams, right? We are delayed because they didn't finish something that we depended on. And he's going to try to focus on being compliant with all of the rules and expectations and avoid hard conversations, because this is where it's all about, to get that hard conversations and get positive outcomes. So if what I said, the, let's say, weak Scrum Master would do to hide the problems and others, the strong Scrum Master will be empowered and will have enough confidence in himself and the team to challenge behaviors, to escalate systematic issues. He will come in front of the leadership and want to partner with them to help and change the culture, change the way that we are working. Are you that Scrum Master? Are you a leader that have a Scrum Master like that? Or maybe you're working in a place where that Scrum Master arrived and teams were excited that something gonna change, and he was fired because he was misunderstood or the leadership did not want it to talk about it? Think about it for a second. And I just mentioned before, just a few seconds before, that Scrum Master will work with the leadership. He will establish a good relationship with leadership. And he gonna see, and he can, if he has that good relationship, he can talk with them about slow decisions, about the bottlenecks that the teams identified, about lack of stakeholders engagement, because I mentioned in the last episode it's really important for Scrum framework and all of the Agile actually. And he gonna say like, we have too many priorities, everyone's coming with a huge priority and the team doesn't know what to focus on, what's the actual important stuff that we need to do first. And without it, people gonna say, like without these conversations, people gonna say that Agile doesn't work, which is not necessarily true. The truth is that the leadership needs to change. They need to change their own behaviors. If you had a chance to listen to my episodes from season 1, I talk a lot about trust. I talk about psychological safety and accountability. And if the Scrum Master is a good leader, he's gonna have all of these behaviors and he's gonna show them, he's gonna do the right thing. Because the Scrum Master is not about the process itself, he's not about the frameworks. Scrum Master is about, like his main focus should be about creating an environment where the teams can take ownership, where failure will be a way for the teams to learn, and if they fail, they will be safe, they will feel safe enough to speak about it out loud, where learning, it's a constant, it's built in a culture, and where success belongs to the team, not to individuals on the team, or definitely not on some huge genius on a side that say like, that was my idea, they just build it. So if you are a Scrum Master or you work with one, ask the question for yourself. Are they enforcing Scrum or are they enabling leadership within the company? Because the Scrum Master don't replace the leadership. She should enable the leadership behaviors in all of the team members. He should be able to create a space where they feel empowered to stand up, speak up, work as a one team, and deliver success, deliver outcomes, deliver quality, deliver faster at some point. And that's beautiful. That's what we want to see. That's what Agile is all about. So I hope you liked my a little bit talk and what I see in my mind Scrum Master role as. And in the next episode, I want to talk about the product owner, because this is the role that's usually missing in a lot of companies. Either you have not the right person as a product owner, or that position is not even available to anyone to fill the shoes. The teams are struggling with piece of information, but I'm gonna talk about it in a week. I hope that you liked this episode, or you had a chance to listen to prior ones and you like them. If you do, please follow me on Spotify or wherever you listen to this podcast, or subscribe if you're listening on YouTube. Thank you very much, and see you next week.